So before I start, I just want to make sure I can be vulnerable with everybody here. Do I have your permission for that?
Yep.
All right. So I want to start by talking about something you hear every day at Life West. Somebody says it's kind of just like a Life West catchphrase, love out of abundance. But what does abundance mean? How do you just love everything and everybody at the same time? How do you create that in yourself? Because one thing with love is you can't be motivated to love somebody. Just because, you see, I have to be sociable and, interact with patients so they're going to like me, and that way they'll be comfortable. It's more, that comes off to, it's fabricated. Love is kind of like an inspiration. You're pushed to love somebody. And so you want to create this abundance of love in yourself. I kind of think about it like we're all kind of generators for whatever we're feeling at the time. And I kind of want to be a love generator. So I want to, so I want to kind of put myself in the position to be able to impart that much love. And it starts with you. You can't expect that fuel to come from your outside sources because it's not always going to be that easy. You might not always be surrounded by love, but you have to dig that love. You have to generate that love within inside you so you have abundance. So you're able to give that to the people around you, be in that position, stable, and really just be completely open for whatever anybody has. And then I kind of want to transition from that as like, what does that mean for us as chiropractors? Of course, dealing with patients, having that love and being open for them at all times, because we take on a lot more roles than just an adjustment. Would you agree? We're looked at, they want to be able to count on us as their chiropractor, somebody who has knowledge, who can teach them. And other times, you're a confidant because they have problems going on in their life and they may not have many other places to kind of express them. And as you kind of keep having these interactions, you realize that you have to be able to do them all the time. People are always going to be coming at you. You have to be ready at all times. And it was just probably about 3 months ago that this kind of was driven home for me, being able and ready to just kind of be open and help people and love them. And it started with my sister, actually. Morgan, my older sister, beautiful and smart, more than around good. And she was an amazing pianist, classical piano performance major, blew me out of the water, play guitar and stuff. Her talent was just out there. But she developed a heroin addiction. And I'm not sure how many people are familiar with addiction, but it's an intimidating thing for anybody who's involved, your friends, your family. And so my family, we came together, this is a family thing, we gotta solve this. So we, started working with my sister, really see why, why she would make these kinds of decisions. And it didn't go so well for a long time. It's everyone's kind of an asshole, a drug, and it always takes up until the point, that precipice of where I'm either going to go down this road or that road. When they get to there, it's the decision they make. And after we've been dealing with this for a long time, we've always been seeing my chiropractor, and he became aware of everything that was going on. And my sister, she would still made sure that she was still going to get chiropractic care, even though she's was really mad at the time, but I knew that was important for her. And talking about these roles we play as chiropractors, he was a confidant. They would go and have a private room, and every time she would leave, she'd get adjusted, but more happened in that room. They would talk, and he'd really try to reach out to her and see what was making her do all these things. And for my mom too, the role he played, you think the mom's self-excited, stressed out, thinking of her daughter. You think I made sure she was getting adjusted? So, it comes to that. Are you able to be there for these people who really, really need it? And it was awesome after, about a year of dealing with this whole ordeal. My sister, she was in a bad place, and my mom had went and got her somewhere. And if from a kind of a place of asking for help, my mom and I were speaking. She said that my sister had said, "I just want to be healthy and happy." That was all she wanted. And so she started working towards that, getting clean and really getting herself stable again. And, she went back to school, she got jobs, she got her own place. It's awesome. So where are you, for a chiropractor, he was a part of that. I know he had his time in Morgan, and he was able to kind of shift her. He invited her a lot to his church, just being open, saying, come to a group of people who just want to know and accept you. And she got clean, she was awesome, back in school. But then week 8 last quarter, I get a call from my mom. It was very simple. I say, "Hello, I'm Mom." And she just said, "We didn't win." And I knew exactly what that meant the moment I heard it. My sister, she died of a drug overdose. And then I actually backed into the car as I was backing out, so took care of that. So I went through that week of school, took finals I needed to, and flew straight down to San Diego, be there to support my sister, from my mom and everybody from, what happened to my sister. And I go to the service, and one of the people up there to speak at the service for my sister was my chiropractor. And he gave talked about his interactions with her, and how she affected him and how he hopes to have affected her. And that's what I want to drive home is, what relationship are you trying to create with your patients? Are you simply trying to get them out of pain? When you come back, next visit, just be here, doc, it hurts. Or are you going to be there for them emotionally, for their families emotionally, to where you'll be honored and family will be happy for you to speak at somebody who you just initially known as only a patient to come speak at their funeral. So the challenge I want to put out to everybody here is, first, work on becoming a love generator. Build that within yourself so you're able to come from that place of abundance for your patients. And then secondly, just try to love people, because now that she's gone, I was a little brother. I was probably an ass a little more than I should have been. But you can't go on that. You just have to think. You just have to be able to put that love out there and make sure it gets to the right places.